All right. Here with Nono Brown. Walk us through your basketball journey. How'd you get started and how'd you get to the point you're at today?
Um, I started playing. I started playing. I haven't played basketball my whole life, but I started playing organized basketball in third grade. I just my dad played, and I just always wanted to play. So I played from third grade all the way up into junior high and then high school to where I'm at now. And I just always gravitated towards the ball. So that's how I got started playing.
No doubt. What level did your father play at?
My dad played high school basketball, but he played football in the NFL.
Yeah,
So I played football as well
I
when
got
I
you.
was young. Yeah.
Obviously, so having a father that played in the NFL, obviously
Yeah.
doing basketball. Why basketball? Like what made you choose basketball over, other sports?
Uh I like basketball the most, and my dad didn't want me to play football. So it was between those two, and he pushed me towards basketball. So that's why I'm doing basketball.
I got you. So you did play football though growing up. What
Yeah.
position did you play?
I played corner and wide receiver.
All right, I respect that. Those are great
Yeah.
positions.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. So outside of your dad, do you have any other athletes in the family?
Yeah, I do. My mom played soccer at U of A, and then my sister played soccer at a Division One HBCU in Texas called Prairie View A&M.
Big time. And having an athletic family background like you do, what have they kind of instilled in you as you've kind of gone on your own journey?
Yeah, it's just hard work. Like you gotta train and just do the best you can all the time, and it's like there's no shortcuts when you're doing it.
Hmm.
That's what they instilled in me.
Gotcha. And you know, if there were maybe one value that your family has kind of passed on to you, what would you say that is?
I think just trust and just trust the people around you, but be loyal. Like when you start something, you gotta finish it.
Hmm.
Like there's no like you made your bed, so you gotta lay in it kind of thing.
Yeah.
So just like don't just leave when you're doing something. Like when you start it, you finish it. That's what my dad taught me always.
No doubt. And, you know, wanted to congratulate you obviously on a massive achievement, four state titles in a row at Perry, huge congratulations there.
Yeah, thank you.
Walk us through that experience. What went into building that level of success
Uh,
on your end and then on the team end?
for me, just come in every day and try the best I can, and then get extra work in always outside of practice, and just trusting my coach, trust my teammates, and just like try my best every day. Like there's never a day where every day I went in there, I was like, I'm happy to be here. Like I'm blessed to have this opportunity to play basketball. So I just like that helped me a lot, just thinking that. So try my best every day. And if you do that, you're bound to have success. And then from a team's perspective, like we just all bought in, we have a great coach and great players. So we were able to, do the four-peat. And that was surreal. Like it was crazy to think about. Like when I was a freshman, I would talk to me and DeAndre like joke about
Hmm.
like we can win four championships, and it's just like surreal that it actually happened. But yeah, but we just trusting each other and being together. Like everyone's unselfish. No one was trying to put themselves above the team. So that's why we were so successful for 4 years.
Yeah, super important. And I know it's still pretty fresh, but how's it feel looking back now?
Uh, I'm sad it's over. I had a lot of fun like with my teammates, and like I like Perry, but I'm happy. I'm sad it's over, but I'm happy it happened. So,
Hmm.
but yeah,
Yeah, no doubt. And you've been surrounded by a lot of talented players, as
yeah.
a point guard, and guys like, Koa Pete, Cody Williams, DeAndre, like you mentioned, Bruce Branch, who's coming up. What's it been like for you to have that kind of level of talent around you on a daily basis, as well as like the responsibility of getting everyone involved and deferring
Yeah.
a little bit?
Um, it's made me better for sure. Like when you're with guys that are that are top level players, players that may be better than you, that you're bound to be get better faster. So like just seeing the way they work and like how hard they work and the effort they put into the game and how much they love it, it definitely elevated me. And like yeah, I gotta defer and give them the ball, but they're great players. So like it's always fun giving it to them, let them go make a play. But it made me better for sure. Like it's super fun playing with good players. So
Yeah, it does make yeah, the point guard role a lot more fun, I'll tell you that.
yeah.
Um and then I want to touch on your game as well. You know, what would you say are your greatest strengths on the court?
I think my motor. I'm a good defender. I think I'm a good passer. I think the what I got better at like from my freshman year to now, like the game just slowed down for me a bit. I kind of got better at changing my pace and just not going too fast, like getting turnovers and things like that. But I think I'm really good at getting downhill and defending, and I can shoot the ball too. So that's what I'm pretty good at.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, one thing that always stood out when I watched you was just toughness level and like grit.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
where does that come from?
Uh, I said from my dad. From my dad, like he used
Yeah.
to coach me when I was younger, and yeah, like, he just always told us like try your hardest so you don't have any regrets after like if you lose. Like you can't be like you can't be that upset with yourself if you gave your best effort and you lose because that's you did as best as you can. So that's where it came from. So every time I step on the court, I was like, I'm gonna do everything in my ability for us to win, so I'm not upset about what I did after. Like as long as I try, even if I had a bad game, if I still gave my absolute best effort, then like that's all I could have done. You know, I couldn't
Yeah.
do anything differently.
Yeah, that's all you can control.
Right.
Yeah, and it's great to never, you know, have to question effort. Uh,
Right.
so yeah, really, you know, big time quality there. Where are
Yeah.
you trying to grow and develop over the next, you know, couple of years?
I think I need to become a better shooter, I think. Um, still like I still want to understand the game more. Get a better shot off the dribble, and still just become a better. Like, just still change my pace better. Just just still become a better point guard. You know, and I think I can do that. I just need to. I think I'm a pretty rounded player. I just need to like tune in on my skills and just you know get better still. But
Yeah,
I love everything. But yeah, those main things.
I got you. So just like polish level in general.
Yeah, yeah.
I got you. And what's one aspect of your game that you think is maybe underrated?
One aspect I guess that's underrated.
Yeah.
uh, let me see. I don't know. Underrated. Um, I don't know what people rate my game as. I don't know if I'm an underrated passer.
Well,
If I'm an underrated passer, I think I'm a good passer. I think that, playing with a lot of great players, like my whole career, I think I can create for myself more than I did in high school.
hmm.
So I guess that'd be underrated because I can score the basketball and I don't average that many points, but it's because I'm surrounded by so many great guys that like we get a lot of good shots. But I can create for myself more than I showed in high school. So I guess that's my most underrated part of my game.
Yeah, that's a good answer. And is there anyone you know, try and model your game after in the in college or in the NBA?
Um, not really model after. Like growing up, my favorite player was Russell Westbrook just because of the way he played.
Yeah.
But model after, not really. I like guys like Trey Jones that are defenders, that are true point guards and things like that. But I wouldn't really model my game after anybody.
Trey Jones is an awesome pull.
Yeah.
So is there anyone you try and like study on film then and like take little things from their game outside of
I mean, yeah, I love watching Kyrie with the ball and like the things he does. I always try to like take little bits and pieces of what he does. And like I like watching Luca because he's obviously so much different from me. Like he's a slower player, but
Mhm.
I like watching him to see how he uses all his like how he doesn't waste any movements in what he's doing. Because
Yeah.
like I like to see how he like gets open when he's like a slower guy, and I like to watch how he like makes does his movements and things like that. So I actually do really like watching him, even though we're not the same kind of player.
Yeah, no, that's a great answer. Because he does a lot of unique stuff at his
Yeah.
size. Um, yeah, that's awesome. And how would you describe yourself, I guess, as a teammate, as a leader?
Yeah, I would say I'm a leader. I'm always trying to motivate the guys, make sure everyone's giving their best effort. I'd say I'm a pretty good teammate. But I think I just, sometimes I'm kind of hard on some guys. I get on some guys, but I think they need it sometimes. I think I'm respected. So I think that's why I can do it. When you're
Yeah.
giving your best effort, you're like you can get on guys if you think they're not. Like you can't be slacking off and then get mad at someone else one day for slacking off when you're doing the same thing. So
Hmm.
that's how I describe myself.
Right. Yeah. Set the standard a little bit. I
Right.
respect that. And what type of role do you think you can play right away at the next level?
Yeah, I mean, I think I could be a true point guard at the next level. Um, I think I could score the ball if I needed it. I could run an offense. I could run an offense, and I think I can defend at a high level, and I could push the pace of play. So I think I could do that at a really high level, and I think I'm ready because I've played a lot of great players throughout my whole career. I played with a lot of great players. Like NBA guys that will be in the NBA and things like that. So I'm like it's going to be a different level of play, but I've already been playing with guys like that, so it won't be much of a difference to me, I don't think.
Yeah, for sure. Um, let's touch on your recruitment as well. I know you were on a visit recently. Just kind of what's the latest with that?
Yeah, I want to take a visit to Western New Mexico. I'm talking to like three D2s right now, so I don't know if I'm probably I might go D2, but yeah, I really like the visit I went on. I really like the coach from Western New Mexico, Coach Bunker. He used to be a coach at Scottsdale Community College, and I might be there. And I'm just excited to wherever I go. I'm excited to just show what I can do, and just I'm excited for the opportunity that all these coaches are giving me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's talk off the court a little bit. How would
Mhm.
you describe your personality in just a few words?
I'd say I'm laid back, but I'd say I'm outgoing. I think I'm an extrovert. Like I try to talk to everybody. Yeah, extrovert, outgoing, but I'm still laid back. Like I'm a chill dude, but I like to hang out with guys and stuff. My guys.
I got you. And so yeah, you're more of an extrovert. So what's your social life like, kind of outside of basketball?
I gotta like if you go to our games, like we got guys in the student section that like are all like all my friends that come to every game. So I try to just everyone at school I try to just talk to, be friends with. We hang out. Well, I play cards a lot, so some of my guys on the team and
Okay,
some of my friends from school will play cards and things like that. But we just usually chill, just talk about sports and things like that, things of that nature.
I got you. What kind of card games are you playing?
I play poker. Sometimes I play spades. Those are my two favorite.
I got you. And then nice, man. Well, other than that, outside of basketball, what do you like to do? What do you like to spend your time doing?
I love music. I love movies. I like playing chess. I love
Yeah.
strategy games. Like I'm saying poker, chess. I just like being outside. Like I go on hikes, go on walks, things like that. Um, yeah,
That's super well-rounded. Uh,
yeah.
what's your chess elo?
My chess elo, my highest when I was playing the most, it was like last year. I was like 1,200, but
Okay.
now I'm like I've dropped since then because I was like watching videos, like really trying to work on my game. But then I started like getting into poker a little bit, watching videos on that. But when I was at my peak, I was like 1,200.
Okay, I respect that.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, that's a respectable. It's respectable.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah, if you're in the three digits, that's when it's a little like down on a little bit. But nice, man. What kind of music are you into?
I'm into everything. I listen to a lot of like R&B or like I listen to a lot of rock, indie rock, alternative music. I like rap. I like rap. I don't listen to it as much as I used to, but I listen to a lot of like rock stuff, indie rock, and things of that nature.
Who are a few like indie rock artists that you give a shout to that people should listen?
So I listen to a lot of old stuff. So like indie rock bands, like I listen to the Smiths, the Sundays, the Backseat Lovers. That's like my top three right now, probably.
Nice. Would you like
Yeah.
consider yourself a bit of an old soul? You play chess.
Yeah, I think people have been calling me that like my whole life. I do listen to soul music as well. It's like some older, but yeah, I'm definitely an old soul. My dad is always like he's always playing music. He's a big music guy, and he's always playing old stuff. So like ever since I was young, so I think that's where it came from. But people have always called me an old soul for sure.
I can definitely see that. So do you have any heroes or role models you look up to? Just kind of shifting gears.
Um, I'm religious. One of my role models that got me into being religious like last year is a coach on Basha, Pastor Tim. I really look up to him, like how he lives his life, and things like that. My dad, uh, yeah, those are my two. My mom, you know how much effort she puts in for me and my family. But yeah, yeah. I mean, I love. I really like Kyrie Irving and how he's involved with the community and things like that. But yeah.
Nice. And, last question here, but if you could be remembered for one thing at the end of the day, either on the basketball court or off of it, what would you want to be remembered for?
Just being a kind person to everybody, being kind and just someone that is willing to do what it takes for what they need and what they want, and just that I'm giving my best effort no matter what I'm doing. And just yeah, be kind.
Awesome, man. Well, I really
Yeah,
appreciate your time. Thanks for
yeah,
joining.
yeah,
Best of luck.
yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it.